Hi, my name is Jason Alvarez. I'm a admissions and records specialist at San Bernardino Valley College. I'm also an alumni of San Bernardino Valley College. Currently, I work in the Veterans Resource Center as a veteran certifying official. Um, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to do what I do, but a long time ago, I participated here at Valley as a student in the study abroad program at Costa Rica, or where we went to Costa Rica, specifically San Jose. I stayed there for about a month with the host family that I was paired up with, speaking solely Spanish, going to class every day, studying chemistry in Spanish. So, with this testimony, I hope to answer a few questions and hopefully provide you all with some insight into my experience and how, you all that may participate in the program in the future may gain hopefully a similar experience and kind of bring back some of the fruits that I was able to, and some of the beauty that is studied abroad. So right now I want to go ahead and answer the first question, which states, describe what you gained from your study abroad experience and the impact it made on your life. I had a life-changing experience in Costa Rica. I not only had time to reflect and time to learn and study Spanish, which was a huge goal of mine, but a chance to meet some incredible people, people that I never would have met from all over the country, all over the world that were at that institute. Friends that I still have to this day, people that I still Facebook with and social media with and text, etc. So I gained a network, I gained a language, I gained an experience of a lifetime. We were doing things that I probably never will do in my life in Costa Rica, from walking on volcanoes to feeding caiman to walking in the rainforest, watching turtles lay eggs. I mean, I can go on and on. Coffee plantations, an insane trip. So really what I gained was an amazing network and an experience of a lifetime. Question 2, how did you incorporate the knowledge gained in your personal and or academic life after you returned to the U.S.? Spanish. Spanish was my goal, to go out to Costa Rica and actually learn Spanish. Now it sounds kind of crazy to learn it in a month, but once you immerse yourself and study it every day the way that we did, I came back after a month pretty fluent. I was not 100%, but I was substantially more fluent than I was going in. So Spanish, I incorporate Spanish pretty much on a daily basis, and I go to Mexico all the time. I would talk with my family, all of which I can genuinely say that it was because of what I gained out there in that program. Question 3, many students claim that this was a life-changing experience for them. How was your life improved by this experience? Stated again, not just Spanish, not just the network and friends that I was able to have while I was there, but just to experience something different, a different culture. And it was different than my own, different than an American culture or Mexican American culture. Costa Ricans, they do things a little bit different. Their food's a little bit different. Their streets are different. Their etiquette's different. And being able to experience that for a month was life-changing. I took a little piece of that back with me, and it cultured me. It taught me some things about the world. And I can say in a big way, I caught the travel bug, so I've been traveling kind of ever since. I still travel. What else? Question 4. What are the key advantages that you would share with another community college student who was applying to a study travel abroad program? Key advantages I would share would be kind of things I've already shared. The key advantages are being able to open up your perception and perspective to a whole different culture, to teach yourself something about some people that are different, about ways of life that are different, and to try it yourself. I think that's huge in regards to what I do in working with students and being able to have to relate to different individuals and celebrate diversity and celebrate culture. It really ups my game in that regard. So I would definitely say that those are some of the key advantages you can pull back with you and utilize it in your field of study or field of employment. As well as the language. If you end up studying the language out there, that's a huge component that you can bring back, a key advantage. Describe how this experience contributed to your vision of advancing yourself further into higher education. I kind of touched on that last question. I take it with me everywhere I go. I was able to meet some dynamic people while I was out there in Costa Rica, and I can tell you that going in as a 21-year-old back in 2002, I believe it was, I was 21, going to be 22 when I went to Costa Rica, and now I'm 37. So it was a long time ago. But, I can say that going into Costa Rica, I had a certain way of thinking, a certain frame of mind, certain immaturity, certain narrow-minded way of view. Because for the most part, I lived here in Inland Empire my whole life, with the exception of moving to a few different cities. But I've always been here, so my perception was really narrow. Going into Costa Rica, I had to be open-minded. I had to be understanding. I had to be tolerant, and I had to be accepting of people that are different in different cultures, and things that, or people that may do things a different way. And I can tell you that that's been a huge learning component throughout my life, and it was a huge piece in Costa Rica that I had to get over, and I had to learn really quick, because I was not at home anymore, and I didn't have a chance to just retreat back to the house. Here in California, I was, so to speak, kind of stuck out there if I didn't like it. But all in all, I loved it, and I had to learn a valuable lesson out there about differences, and about people, and about open-mindedness. That as an educator, and as a counselor, and as a professor, and as a certifying official, I use those things to this day. You have to. It's a big part of what we do. And I can say at 21, I didn't know those things. I was still a kid. So question 6 is, a part of the workforce, how has your knowledge and study abroad experience enhanced your professional life? It kind of seems like it's the same question. But yeah, it added to my professionalism. It taught me about maturity. It helped me grow up. It put me in positions that I wasn't so comfortable with, and it pretty much made me, put me in a position where I had no choice but to go through with it. I had to succeed, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the way life is. It's not always going to be an easy handout. It's not always going to be an easy trek, specifically with this college experience that we're all going to be on and going through. And I can tell you that as part of my workforce and what I do now as an educator, it enhanced my professional life, because it helped me grow up big time. I came back after a month not just knowing Spanish, and not just knowing about different people and different cultures and open-mindedness and different sexual orientations, and you name it. A lot happened in that month, and it was pretty awesome. But it taught me a level of tolerance that I don't think I would have got anywhere else. It would have been a slow transition to learning those lessons, and 1 month kind of it made it to where I really had no choice. But it's good, you know what I mean? It's really good. I'm so glad I went, and right now I'm currently looking at another way to study abroad again, and to ensure that my students here at Valley have the opportunity to experience what I did, and not just learn Spanish, and maybe not just go to Costa Rica, but take it to the fullest that they possibly can. You know, there's study abroad trips being offered to Europe, to Spain, to Peru, over at Cal State. A lot of different institutions offer these programs, and I encourage any and all to look into it, you know, and look back at your experiences the way that I do, as a dream, as a chance of a lifetime to do something that you would have never done before, and to come back with an experience that is just indescribable. I can answer all the questions that you have, but at the same time, you would have had to have been there to see what I'm talking about, and to laugh the way that I did, and to experience fun the way that I did, to eat the food that I did, and just all in all, to take the pictures I did, and just encourage any of you, if you end up going, to take a lot of pictures and take a lot of video, because from 2002 till 2017, I still have the video, and I still have a lot of the pictures, and I still look back at them. I still look back at an amazing time, you know, a time in my life when I was young, and I had a life-changing experience. So again, to all of you that are going to do it, good luck, and I'll be here at Valley if you got any questions.